Hey, how you doing? My name is Dudley Chapman, and I want to share my experience with you that I had going down to the casino. So one particular day that I was going down to the casino with a brother-in-law of mine. We wanted to play some poker, win a little bit of money. So we went down there, and funny thing happened when we got down there. I mean, we won a couple hands. Our intention was to win about $300 a piece and to just leave. Okay, so what ended up happening was I won my $300 and he didn't win his $300 yet. So instead of me giving my money back to the casino, I just said, well, look, I'll go to the car and wait for you, and you can just stay there and concentrate on getting your money. So that was the plan. So I went back to the car, which was in the parking lot, and I was sitting there for I don't know, hour or two, just getting some well-needed rest, and I fell asleep. So when I woke up, there was I felt a really strange feeling come over me. I didn't know exactly what it was. I just knew that I couldn't move particularly. I didn't have my hands and fingers were not working properly like normal. So I looked down at my hands, and my hands began to crumble up. And so I was wondering what is this all about? And then all of a sudden, my left hand went totally numb, totally paralyzed. As I was still wondering what was going on, I began to urinate. So I was actually sitting in the car, urinating on myself, not knowing why. I couldn't get up, I couldn't move. I was just sitting there, and all of a sudden, I was saying to myself, "I'm having a stroke. I'm actually having a stroke." And so I had my cell phone, and I said, "Well, I'm going to call for help." And with the cell phone, I I moved. I tried to call. I tried to call with the cell phone in my left hand, and my right hand became paralyzed as well. And so I'm pushing these buttons to try to call. And so I finally had him on speed dial, and I pushed his number, and I'm sitting there listening. And when he picked the phone up, I said, and he said, well, look, I'll call you back when I'm right in the middle of a hand. He said, click, and he hung the phone up. And so I tried again. I pushed the button, and I said, and he said, look, I'll call you back, man. I'm right in the middle of a hand. I'm getting ready to play this hand out. And he hung up on me again. And so it took me all of 45 minutes to actually text him a text message, and I'm trying to text, and my hands were not cooperating. I was dropping his phone like 5 or 6 times, and I'm still trying to text him, and it took a really long time just to text 911. Please come right away. I'm having a stroke. But I did finally get that out. And when he got that text message, he came immediately. However, I was going through all kind of changes. My hands were paralyzed. They were turned in towards me, and the emergency people that came, the casino people that came out there, they immediately took my sugar content, my test. They test my sugar, and they saw that I was 700 and the normal test for sugar, the average is 120, and mine was at 700. So the lady said, "My God, you should be blind." And the other guy said, "Not only should he be blind, he should be dead, because you a sugar content that high, there's no way anybody survives that." They called the ambulance. The ambulance came right away, and while I was in the ambulance itself, um, the ambulance, the people in the ambulance, they all had they all had jackets and coats and sweaters and everything else, and I just had a T-shirt on, and I'm freezing, and I don't know how I could get this over to them, that I'm freezing here, please. You know, could you get me a coat? But however, when I got to the hospital, which is like 45 minutes away from the casino, or at least it seemed like it's 45 minutes. It's probably 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, but it seemed long as I don't know what. All the whole time, I'm having multiple strokes, one after another, on my left side, and then on my right side, on my left side, on my right side. And these things occur when you're getting ready to have a fatal accident, is when these strokes go back and forth from your left side to your right side. When I got to the hospital, they immediately took me in for surgery, because through their testing, they found out that my carotid artery was blocked 90% on the left and on the right side. And that's what created this stroke. Between diabetes and smoking and cholesterol, those three things created the stroke. So you couldn't tell that I really had a stroke, because my lips are not twisted, and my arms are not deformed, and my walk is not weak. But through the blessing of God, I was able to survive all of that. But medically, um, me being here at the University of Memphis, I'm still in school, my last semester as a senior. I am on disability, because I have a memory disability, and I also have a speech disability. Although it may not seem like that, I do have a hard time speaking. So I'm very glad to have shared my story with you, and God bless you.